Hello, everyone. Welcome in to our weekly spiritual guidance. Today, we're going to talk about what we need to do to get ready for this week, November 10th through the 16th. But don't worry, guys, if you're watching this on a recording, trust that Spirit has brought you here for a reason, and there might be some messages that you need to hear. So, guys, welcome in. My name is Uma, and I own the Lotus and the Light Metaphysical Center in Manassas, Virginia. So let's take a moment to take a nice deep breath in. Inhale all the positive energy around you, and exhale the day. As we gather in this sacred space, if you're watching me live, drop your word of the week in the chat. One word that captures the energy you want to embody this week. As you focus on that, let's get our affirmation of the week. We're going to have Spirit choose for us. Our message this week: I am worthy. I choose to show up fearless and true to my authentic voice. I am worthy. I choose to show up fearless and true to my authentic voice. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. We're going to spend another 20 minutes together, so why don't you get comfortable? Maybe get yourself some tea, put up your feet, get your journal, and relax as we bring through these messages for you to have a safe and wonderful week. Our theme this week is gratitude meets grounded intuition. So the astrology of this week says that this week opens with the moon in Virgo. Virgo is great for practical spirituality. So think routines, schedules, committing to your spiritual practice. Midweek, we have the moon moving into Libra, where the focus will be on harmony within relationships. This week, we also have Mercury beginning its pre-retrograde shadow. So your intuition is sharp, but communication this week needs gentleness. By the weekend, we have a powerful Scorpio energy lingering that brings us emotional clarity. It's a perfect time for healing and transformative work. For those of you that are local to Virginia, you may want to come see me at Lotus because we actually scheduled our annual Munay Ki shamanic initiations on Saturday. Overall, the message of the week is to stay centered and let your intuition guide your steps and ground every insight with gratitude. Let's take a moment to ground all of that energy of the week into ourselves in the present moment. Close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. As you inhale deeply, feel your belly rise. As you exhale, feel the tension release. As you breathe, visualize a golden light expanding from your heart. Whisper inwardly, I am grateful for this breath. I am grateful for this body. I am grateful for this path. Let that light expand, connecting you to everyone here, one global circle of souls rising together. And when you're ready, come back with that glow of gratitude in your heart. Now that we've aligned, let me share the spaces I'm creating this week for deeper practice and spiritual community. Whether you are in the Northern Virginia area or online in different states, we have something for each of you. This Monday, we have an online psychic development class for pendulums. In our pendulum class, learn how to read energy, receive answers, and strengthen your intuitive trust. If you've been curious about pendulums, or you already have a pendulum and you want some practice using yours, consider coming to our class. It's going to be 7 p.m. on Monday, November 10th. By the way, guys, I made it super easy for you guys to sign up. All of the links are included in this event description. On Wednesday, we have a meditation and mantra online class again. It's gentle, powerful, and restorative. We chant together, clear our energy, and reconnect with our inner peace. That will be Wednesday, November 12th, 7 p.m. online. Links in the event description. Saturday, we have our in-person class at the Lotus and the Light Metaphysical Center located in Manassas, Virginia. This is the Munay Ki initiation ceremony. These ancient Peruvian rites will awaken your luminous body and help you walk as a being of light. We have a few seats remaining opening, so it's an unforgettable experience for you to try. Follow the links in this event description. I have 2 events that are coming up in the future that I just want to mention really quickly before we get into our collective card pulls for this evening. On winter solstice, December 21st, we have a free summit for you guys. It's the Shape Her Summit. It's a celebration of womanhood, transformation, and awakening purpose. It's free to attend, and we're already starting to have people fill in. So please feel free to go to my website and go ahead and get your free ticket. I will be joined with 5 other amazing women speakers, and we're going to completely uplift you and get you prepared and ready for 2026. And finally, January 4th, I have the beginning of my Sacred Lotus Intuitive Development Program. We have early bird pricing, so you don't have to wait until January, and you can save a couple $100s. It's already filling up, and the early bird tickets are going. So if you are ready for a true spiritual awakening experience, find the links in the description below. Every one of these events is an opportunity to deepen your journey. So choose what Spirit calls you to. Now let's see what our message of the week is. We're going to be using the Sonia Choquette Divine Energy Oracle deck. Oh. Your message this week is retreat. Are you feeling world weary and psychically targeted? This energetic exhaustion is the result of overtaxing your body and brain and being disconnected from your true spirit. You're forging a path that may not be in harmony with your true nature. You need more time alone in order to reconnect with your authentic self. This week, your divine energy is calling you to detach from the dissonant drain of mundane world and retreat into silence and meditation. Allow for more alone time in order to reconnect with and rejuvenate your spirit. So that is the message for this week. It makes sense because we have Mercury retrograde coming in. And I always say to you guys, when Mercury retrograde is here, it's not a bad thing. It's just a reminder that you have to slow down and gain insight about your path and where you're going. So if you're feeling to slow down this week, this is why. Okay. Now, for our reading for the week, this is for the collective, for everyone. You know what we always say about collective readings? Take what you can, leave the rest. If it applies, let it fly. If it doesn't, let it go, okay? Let's see what Spirit wants to tell us about what to look forward to this week, what to pay attention to, what to focus on, or even what the challenge may be. The throat chakra card came out. This is a card about communication, but it's not just about communication with other people. It can also indicate communication with the divine. So what I feel from this card is a warning message to be aware of your communication with others. We do have Mercury retrograde coming in, and that tends to be a time of conflict in relationships, usually due to miscommunication or misunderstandings. So your advice this week is to not take anything personally. If someone spazzes out on you this week, ask yourself, what are they going through? What is happening here? What is the bigger picture I'm not seeing? And allow them the grace to come back to you and apologize, or maybe to just leave it alone. Usually during a Mercury retrograde, it affects everyone, especially Virgos and Geminis, and people tend to be more emotional than logical. So this week, your spirit guides are asking, don't take anything personal. And the second message of this card is to speak your truth, right? What is it that you want to create in your life? What is it that you need to have a happy existence? Allow yourself to share that with those around you in a kind manner. The next card for this week is spiritual union. So with that Libra coming in midweek, I feel that partnerships and relationships will see good news this week. For people that are in relationships, you can expect a deepening bond, more appreciation and gratitude for your partner. For those of you that are single, you could be meeting someone that has the potential to go to a long-term relationship. And for those of you in complicated situations, you could be having reconciliation, forgiveness, or at least healthy communication with your partner, your other person. We have another warning message this week from Spirit, and it is the discontentment and boredom. This is a warning message to be aware of your emotions this week. If you feel out of it, allow yourself to honor what you feel. Most of you know that I'm a streamer on TikTok and on Meet Me, and today I could feel this energy coming in. And I allowed myself to just leave. Anytime I was feeling this antsy feeling, I was like, you know what? I don't need to be here. Let me get off, go make some food, go water my plants, whatever the case may be. So, your message this week for the collective is to be aware of communication issues that can come up. Have grace if they do. Be aware of your emotions. And also, relationships have a good chance of thriving this week. You know, I'm a healer, so I'm going to say if anyone is struggling with those emotions, book yourself a healing session with a healer. If you're having a lack of clarity or insight, book yourself a psychic reading and get that spiritual guidance that you need. Okay? This spread feels like an invitation to balance divine guidance with grounded steps this week. So this week, focus on taking your spiritual awareness and living with it daily. This week is about gratitude, intuition, and trust, weaving them into everything that we do. So let's close together. Place your hand on your heart. Deep breath in and exhale. And repeat after me. I am guided by intuition and grounded in gratitude. I move forward with clarity and peace. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Thank you everyone for being here. If you are watching me live, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who needs light tonight. And if you're listening to the recording, please hit that like. If you want to go deeper in your spiritual development, join me this week for our classes, or set your intention to join us for the Sacred Lotus program beginning January 4th. May peace, love, and light guide your path today and always. Namaste.